After understanding about the cell cycle, we will now know what the checkpoints are. So what are the checkpoints? They are nothing but surveillance mechanisms that ensure that the cells with genetic imperfections do not replicate. So here is the cell cycle diagrammatically. So you have a G0 quiescent phase, then there is a G1 or a growth phase, that is pre-synthetic growth phase, then there is a DNA synthesis, then there is a pre-mitotic growth phase, and the cell division happens. So there are two checkpoints, one at the G1 to S interface and the other at the G2 to M interface. So what these checkpoints do is that they make sure that the DNA that is about to be replicated is damage free at this point, and here they make sure that the DNA that gets after division that gets distributed is damage free. So in case they detect some damage here, then the cell cycle is halted at that stage. The damage gets repaired. If it is beyond repair, as in serious DNA defects, the cell either gets into apoptosis or senescence through p53 pathway, which I will be talking in the upcoming videos. Also, there are regulators to the cell cycle. There are two arms of the regulators, one which activate, the others which inhibit. So there are two kinds of activators, the cyclins and the CDKs, that is the cyclin dependent kinases. What are cyclins? Cyclins are nothing but proteins. They keep increasing and decreasing their levels in the blood. So that is why they are termed cyclins. And this increase or decrease in the levels is dependent on whether or not the cell cycle needs to progress. So the cyclin dependent kinases are the ones which bind to the cyclins and phosphorylate the proteins and help in cell cycle progression. Now this is all about the cell cycle progressing. Now there are some which are inhibitors that keep a checkpoint on the progression that act as speed breakers. So they belong to two families. One is the CDKN1 family and the CDKN2 family. So the N1 family are mostly non-specific. They act on multiple CDKs. So they are P21, P27 and P57. Whereas the CDKN2 are more specific inhibitors, and they are also called as INK4 or INK4 inhibitors, and they are P15, 16, 18 and 19. So the whole cell cycle is like a relay race, wherein a few cyclins and the CDKs act on one part of the relay, on one leg of the relay, and then they pass on to another set of cyclins and CDKs for the next phase to happen. So this slide represents the whole of the cell cycle system with the activators, the inhibitors and the cell cycle. So as a cell enters from G0 to G1, the cyclin Ds get bound to CDK4, CDK6, and the cyclin E gets bound to CDK2. So these three, that is the cyclin D in combination with CDK4, CDK6 and cyclin E with the help of CDK2 phosphorylates the retinoblastoma protein, and this helps in the progression of the cell from the G1 phase to S phase. Now these three cyclins are inhibited or regulated by the inhibitors, that is the CDK inhibitors, the INK family. It acts mainly on CDK4 and CDK6, so they are the specific inhibitors, and they are P16, 15, 18 and 19. Whereas the other set, which are non-specific, are P21, P27 and P57. They act on all the other cyclins. So the G1 to S is regulated by cyclin D, CDK4, CDK6 and cyclin E, CDK2. Okay, and the next phase, that is the S phase, the active cyclins are the cyclin A, CDK1 and 2, and this is again inhibited by the same set of non-specific CDK inhibitors, whereas the G2 to M interface is regulated by the cyclin B CDK1 complex and the non-specific inhibitors P21, 27 and 57. At any point of this time, if the CDK inhibitors fail to do their job, there is a damaged DNA that replicates and gets into the daughter cells, and that daughter cell becomes mutated and can lead to malignant tumors later. So thank you so much to give me your feedback.